Then onto the one-to-one interviews. This is what most people are really scared about. I have written down 10 questions that I think you're most likely to ask, and I'm just going to go through the basic answers that I would give or advise you to give. So question number 1 is, tell us about yourself. This is one that I was asked as soon as I walked in and sat down. Tell us about yourself. And it was kind of put on the spot there. But they really just want to know really basically what, they don't want you to dive into every single area of your life, and they don't want you to talk non-stop for 5 minutes. Just a minute or so, just saying the basic things, I have been doing health and social care for the last 3 years. I have had this experience. My part-time job is this. And then something about your skills and about you personally. Like, I'm really motivated and hardworking. Something like that. You don't need to go into why you want to go into nursing, this, that, and the other, because they're going to ask you that anyway. Question number 2 is, why do you want to be a nurse? So don't say that, oh, I just love people and I love caring for people, because they would have heard that hundreds of times before, and that's not the answer you want to give. You want to talk about it being a career that gives you many different options and avenues in life, that you're always learning in nursing, that it's diverse and every day is different. You want to really show that you know what nursing is and that you know what a career in nursing means. Question number 3 is, why child nursing, or whatever branch you're doing? Why adult nursing? Why mental health nursing? And obviously I'm a children's nurse, and so they actually said to me on the day that my answer was the best that they'd had that day, and so I'm just going to share what I said to you. I said that the thing with child nursing is that I feel that it would be kind of like a bit of each branch of nursing, because you're not only focused on the child, so you're nursing the child, so you're looking after the child, but you're also caring for the parents and their families who are adults. You're also looking after children with learning disabilities, and the parents might have learning disabilities. You're also looking after children and parents that might have mental health conditions. So in child nursing, you just get a massive, unique range of every branch of nursing. And they were really happy with that answer, so I think that's a good thing to say. Question number 4 is about your subject, what you're studying, your A-levels, your BTEC, whatever you might be doing at the time, and why that's beneficial to nursing. So you can talk about the specific units you've studied, you can talk about specific experiences that you've had, and how that will benefit you in nursing. Question number 5 is about experience. Again, speak about 1 or 2 experiences for a short time, rather than speak about one experience for 10 minutes. Just say, I've had this experience, I've had that experience, this is what happened, this is how I believe that it will benefit me in nursing. If you don't have too much experience, then just talk about a situation where you've had to communicate something with others. Everyone communicates every day, so communication is a definite key thing to home in on, because your communication has to be good in order to be a good nurse. Things like that, but obviously experience is always good. Someone also asked me about how much you should relate to your personal statement in the interview. Now obviously they've read your personal statement, so they know the experiences you've had in there. That doesn't stop you from mentioning them. You can definitely mention what you've mentioned in your personal statement, but I would in addition mention some new things as well, because they don't want to be like, she basically said what's in her personal statement. They want you to refer to your personal statement, because that's all the best things, that's why they're in there. And also in your personal statement, you would have just written it in short, and you might be able to expound on it a bit more in the interview, but also talk about new things as well. So question number 6 are scenarios. I've been asked a lot about this. What scenarios will you be asked? How to answer them? I think one of the main scenarios that you get in, especially in children's nursing, is safeguarding. What would you do if a child disclosed this to you? The thing that I'd say, especially as a student, not much is expected of you, to be honest. You share that information with your mentor, you share that information with the nurse in charge, you go to the safeguarding team, share that information. It's all about giving that information to other people. Also that you can't promise confidentiality, so you can't promise that you won't share that information, because you'll have to share that information, and that will take away the trust that the child's had in you to disclose something already if you say, okay, I won't share it, and then you go ahead and share that. So by saying that, that shows them that you have an understanding of safeguarding children as well. They also might ask a question about challenging behaviour. You can use your own experiences in that as well. Oh, I've actually had experience of this before, and this is what I did in this situation. But in challenging behaviour, it's a lot about keeping yourself safe as well. It's not, they're not expecting you to go up and deal with every situation yourself. It's about accepting help from other people, asking help from other people. They might ask you something about, if you come up in a situation where a parent asks you a question and you didn't know the answer, what would you do? You would just say, I don't know the answer, and I'll find out for you, and ask somebody else. Then they don't expect you to know everything, so just be honest. Question number 7, what will you find most difficult about the course? Now this is quite hard because it's a bit like the same as if they asked you your weaknesses. You need to kind of say the negative side but also put a positive spin on it. So one of the examples I had was that it'll be a challenge it'll be a challenge juggling the academic work with the placements, working full-time as a student nurse in placement while revising, studying, doing your essays, things like that. But then you can say, however, in the course that I've done previously, I had 2 part-time jobs. I also had 1 day vocational experience a week, and I had on average 2 or 3 essays to complete a week. That was my experience, and so I didn't feel that juggling the work at university would be I thought that I would be able to handle that because of what I'd done previously, and that's what you need to demonstrate. Question number 8, what makes you special? They want to know why they should choose you over the thousands of other applicants that they have had. So again, focus on your experience, focus on if you've had things in your family. In my family, there's been people with long-term health conditions, and that makes you quite unique. Not everyone has that in their family. You also want to talk about your long-term future and what you want to do at the end of the course, because that makes you unique as well. Everyone will want to do something different. Some people go in thinking, well, I want to be a nurse. What else is there? For me, I wanted to go in and be an end-of-life, work in end-of-life care for children. Obviously, I don't do that now, but that at the time is what I wanted to do. And so that made me quite unique, because not many people will go in saying, I want to be a paediatric nurse and I want to work in end-of-life care for children. That's quite unique. So you just think of something that's unique about you. Yeah. Question number 9 is the news and upcoming things in nursing. So one of the things I would talk about right now is things like childhood obesity. Children are more and more getting type 2 diabetes. That was previously seen as an adult disease, which is becoming a massive problem in paediatric nursing. The resources I'd look for that is the RCN, or the Royal College of Nursing. They have a website. You can go and get free articles on there. Other than that, they have magazines, the paediatric one's called Nursing Children and Young People. You can subscribe to a monthly thing or weekly, I can't remember what it is, thing of that, or you can just buy a one-off one. And I would definitely recommend, if you don't want to subscribe to one, just buy one of their magazines and read through that so that you know the up and coming issues. They also do it for every branch of nursing. So I definitely recommend that. Question number 10 is they might just ask you about your hobbies, and to be honest, just be honest about it. You don't need to relate that very directly to nursing. They just want to know that you're normal and you like to do things. You might like to read, you might like to spend time with your friends and be social, you might blog or vlog, you might enjoy running, cycling, swimming, you might do hockey, I don't know, anything like that. You just say really briefly what you like to do. So those are the 10 questions that I have talked about. A few things that I just want to tag on the end is that they will ask you at the end of your interview if you have any questions, and it is really important to ask them questions. You don't want to just be like, oh, no, I don't have any questions. You really want to ask them something. It's really important because it shows that you're interested. So in this as well is to know your uni and your course. You don't want to ask silly questions that you should already know. So one of the examples I've written down here is that you can ask, is there anything you would advise me to read in the meantime, or is there any books that you would advise me to purchase? What should I really be thinking about to prepare myself for doing a degree in nursing? Things like that. It just shows that you're interested, it shows that you really want to do it, that you want to learn, that you're willing to study of your own accord. Don't ask about how much holiday you get. Don't ask about, oh, how much work am I expected to do, how long are the essays, how many exams do we have? So it just makes you look like you're not really that interested and that you just don't really want to work very hard. So that's my video. I know it was quite long. I hope it was helpful to you. Please comment below and tell me how you do. I wish you all the best in your interviews.